Good morning, everyone. It's Joy Henderson here, coming to you live this morning to offer a few thoughts on our mental health and stability on this Monday during this time that's been challenging, to say the least, for all of us. I think today might be particularly hard for a lot of people because we heard yesterday some really startling news about how this is going to be possibly the worst week ever that we've experienced for loss and sickness in our country. And I don't know about you, but it really bothers me so much to hear these reports. And I think that it's impossible for all of us not to be impacted by some way. And yet it's also really too bad that a lot of people need to be overtly frightened and threatened into doing the right thing right now. And I know that that's why there's this constant clamoring going on about this worst week yet, and the things that are going on during this pandemic. Because we want to help people understand the necessity of following social distancing and continuing to isolate ourselves physically. And if you're logging in today and you have those feelings like I do, I've got some good news for you. You shouldn't deny those feelings or try to hide from them. Don't try to run from them. Humans, we do our best when we face our emotions and when we process them. That's when we are at our best. And I know it goes counterintuitive for how you may have handled these fearful and ugly emotions in your past, because many of us have learned just stuff it down, put on a happy face, sing praises through your day, and everything will be okay, right? But this level of stress and this level of anxiety might be something that's completely new for many of you, and it feels terrible. And stuffing down those emotions can make it even harder for you to muster up the strength to attempt to make yourself feel better. So today, I want to remind you again, it's okay not to be okay. What tends to happen is we want to run from this discomfort, don't we? We want to try to distract ourselves with things like television or social media, or numb it with food or wine, or you name it. It's normal for us to want to avoid pain. We're naturally geared to avoid it. However, there are pains that when we try to block it from flowing, we don't allow ourselves to feel these emotions, and they get stuck. And right now, when you're experiencing this roller coaster and an avalanche of stress, like perhaps you've never had before in your life, you might begin to see the aftermath of not allowing these things to flow through you. A mental picture you might see is a kitchen sink with a really bad clog. Things aren't flowing through. It's important to know and remember, emotions are energy in motion. That's why they cause a physical reaction in you. And if you try to stop them, they just bottle up. They won't disappear. And sometimes we hold on to them because they tell us that they are proof that we care. We won't stop doing what's right, that we need them. But we don't need them when they begin to overflow on all of those around us and ourselves in negative ways. You might see yourself start to lose your temper over the silliest of things. We lose our ability to concentrate. We feel our jaw start to really hurt, or our shoulders are aching. And because these things are physical, sometimes we have to do a physical thing to release them. So I wanted to talk to you today about a breathing exercise and a little mindfulness that you can try. Now, before you turn the video off because you think, oh, here's another deep breathing thing, I really want you to consider it. Now is a time when you can try new things that perhaps you haven't tried in the past, that you can carry with you long after this is over. So I just want you to give it a whirl. And I'm going to post the directions below after we're done so you can refer to it later. So the first thing is to take a moment to close your eyes and sit in a quiet space where you can block out all distractions. I know for some of you in your home, that might be a hard place to find, but you need to find it because you need to find a place where you can quiet your mind. The next thing is to take a deep breath, a very deep breath, a breath that feels your belly expanding, and then slowly breathe it out. Notice the feelings of physical stress. Where are you holding it in your body? What does it feel like? Is it in your chest? Is it in your neck? Is it in your legs or your feet, your hands? And then next, on your exhale, I want you to relax and release as much of that tension as you can. And then repeat this statement in your mind. I'm allowing these feelings to be present. These feelings flow through me. These feelings will no longer cause me harm. And just let them go. Now scan your body. Start from your head, your jaw, your neck, your shoulders, your hips, your legs, down to your feet. Release any tension that you feel along the way as you travel down. And once you've allowed these feelings to exist and flow, I promise you, they'll actually be used to give you more energy. You know, a lot of people say that it's during the times when we're filled with the most tension that we find ways to do the most work because we're working them off. That's just a little bit of what I'm talking about here. Releasing those negative emotions that you're feeling, the tension and the stress today, rather than keeping them inside of you, inside your gut, is actually going to make you feel better and help you to have the energy you need, more mojo for your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and all of the days in this week ahead. So thank you so much for listening in today. I hope you'll share this with someone who you think can use it. And if you have areas of your life, things that are going on that you want us to talk about, I'd be happy to hear from you on those. I wake up every day, I go to bed at night trying to think about what it is the community really needs to hear right now. And usually I just think about, well, what is it that I really need? But I'd appreciate hearing from you and letting us know how we can help. So have a wonderful day ahead. Release your emotions. Remember, it's okay not to be okay. We're going to get through this together. Be well.